Okay, YouTube, here's a video on how to remove the plastic panels and interior bits and stereo and center console and upper console of a 2012 Toyota Prius V. You may have your own reasons for doing this. I don't really care. I'm doing it because I'm building a taxi out of this car, so it all has to come apart so I can run wires and stuff. So, like the previous generation of the Prius, all the panels are interlocked together, and you need to pull them off in the proper order, or else you're going to break some clips, and it's not going to come very easy. So, for starters, my favorite tool, the clip breaker. I use this all the time. It's a standard tool, and what I've done is I've sharpened the end a little bit because it's too fat to get into some places otherwise. So, we will start with the overhead console. There's not much of a trick to this one, but there's 4 clips holding it in, 2 on the front and 2 on the back, and you're definitely going to want to pry in the front here, pop it off from there, and then you can pull it down and pull it forward, because if you'll notice, it has to slide in that direction, and some of the clips usually stay up in there. So in this case, all we do is use our clip breaker and remove them. And then we can put them back in the little slots where they go before we place that back in. So there's how to get the overhead console out. And you can unplug it and remove it from there. Okay, so back to the dash now. We need to start on the driver's side like most Priuses. Don't mind all the wires. I'm in the middle of an install. So your first panel is going to be this one right here with the switches in it. And you can usually pry anywhere, or you can even sometimes get your fingers in here and pop it off. And then you can undo the connectors. And your first panel's off. Secondly, now, under here is your airbag. And it's not going to come off very easy without unbolting it, so leave that one alone. Sorry, the second piece is this one right here. You can usually get your clip breaker in behind it like this, or even in the side here, like that. And that piece pops out, and from there you can unplug it. And then as you see, these 2 panels were in behind it, so you can pop this one off now. Toss that in the back. I'm going to undo these connectors. That piece is off, and then the piece above the steering wheel can come off. Again, you can use your clip breaker. I've already popped them, so they're coming off fairly easy. Okay, and then this one can come off, just like that. And if you need to run wires down the side here, like I had to do, I had to run them down the A-pillar. You can just pull the rubber off, and you can even pop this piece off here, just like that. And now you can run any wires down the side of the A-pillar, and in here, right to where your body control module is right here. Okay, next step is the upper glove box over here. And this is easy, you just open it and open the glove box. you can pretty much just pull it right out like that. Okay. Next step is our panel above here, and we can just grab a hold of that right here and pull it forward, and it should come out like that. There's also another piece right here that you need to get further in behind there, like I did. And then the stereo. There's 4 bolts to remove the stereo. 2 up front there. 1 down the side here. And then 1 on this side. Once you get those 4 out, you grab a hold of the stereo beside either side like this, and you just yank it forward and it'll come right up. Okay, on to the other side of the car. Glove box now. First step to removing the glove box is pulling your little shock absorber off. Just like that. And you should be able to pop it out. It's just clipped into that back clip right here and this one here. And then to get the glove box out, you see it's catching right there. The same on the other side, so you have to just really squeeze this together. And then you can pull that out. And then once you pull it down, it should just come right out of the 2 little holders it's in. Okay, so now we've got most of that apart, right? Now, to get the center console out, you start with these connectors here. Now this is slid in towards the front of the car, and there's clips here and here and here. So you can usually grab and pop those clips, and then you'll see it slid in back there, like that. And your next step is the clip right here. And this is a 2-part clip, so you have to pry the inside of it out first. And then the clip comes out like that. And then you do the same to the clip on the other side. It's identical over here. Just like that. And that clip comes out. Okay. Now the center console. There's going to be a 10mm bolt underneath this here. What you doing? Doing a video to take this thing apart because nobody seems to have one out there. It's rather difficult. And then inside the cup holder, underneath the carpet, there's 4 more bolts, 10mm. I don't know why they use 5 bolts to hold on a little plastic center console, but that's Toyota for you. So I've already loosened these bolts. I'm just removing them by hand now to save you the trouble of watching me do it. Okay, so now from here, you should be able to just grab the back side of the center console and lift it up, and then pull it backwards, and the whole thing should separate from there. And then if you want to take it completely out, you're going to have to pop the cup holder off and undo this connector here. And the cup holder comes off by opening the console lid and getting your handy tool again. You should be able to get it right in there and pry up. There's how that comes out. There's your plug. And then you can unhook the wire harness and pull this console right out of there. And that gives you access to the back of your cigar power if you need power from somewhere, in the back of all this. And then from here, we can pull this bottom panel. We can pry right there. And this piece now comes right out. The piece with your cigar power and everything on it. And then from there, once the stereo is removed, you can pull this climate control panel out. And that's it. That's almost the complete disassembly of the 2012 Prius V.